I can faster in Mandalika.
Race 2. So we wish Wan Moon well and hopefully see the young Thai rider back in Malaysia fighting. Indonesia, to too many riders, they brought the rule back in. We're hoping to be in that.
Degrees, air temperature already at 9:45 this morning. It is a warm one. Weather is going to be on the lips, and if it's anything like yesterday,
From anywhere at any race, he's finished. He's been on the podium, knocking a couple of points off Pratama's advantage. We just asked Ozawa how excited he was for race 2. Fans filling up the grandstands already this morning, and they're wanting Pratama to stand on the top set once again. Standings, he's now only 65, decreased that gap in the standings to Pratama. But what's going to happen? Row 4 is led by Hafai with Putra and Singer and Putra rounding out your 21 riders. Warm up then is underway for race 2, as we've mentioned several times already, and they'll have all gone away from yesterday. Debriefed after the race.
absolutely, there was no love lost between the leading 5 yesterday, in particular between Shingawa, as he came into the fight a little bit himself as well, and gave Pratama a big old nudge needle there between those front 5, because
a little bit of contact was made. It was all fair enough, but it was a little bit too close for comfort at times. I'm sure it was all under control. From a rider's perspective, a little bit hairy. There's your championship standings. A reminder: Pratama 55 down, 65, and another 10 points down is Adaki.
From what we saw yesterday, and be as aggressive as possible, as often. It's very difficult for anybody to pull away, even a man so dominant this season so far.
Yeah, it certainly does. The green flag waves in the background. We're all ready to win this one. We're about to find out. The red lights for your screens. And we are underway for race 2. It looks like a good launch again from Paul. Race 1 winner is in 3rd place. A good start. It's Matani. Now the slipstream comes into play. Who's going to lead down into turn 3?
3 for the first time, 3 abreast they are, and it looks as though it's going to be Zen Matani to hit the front. That just sweeps around the outside. He goes wide though. Who on earth is leading in the end? It's a number.
Today, so many different lines. The inside line, the wide sweeping line down into turn 4. The fast straight. Pratama now leads once again. So Pratama, like he did yesterday, didn't want anyone to lead for long. The rider who had a double success today after being so close to pole in qualifying, and he's got the horns locked in.
Poor start for Shinya Ozawa, the man that finished 2nd yesterday. Backwards, that's a brave way through, I think it was. Meanwhile, at the front, it is still Pratama that leads us. Juara to try and pounce here. He won't have got the best drive, Pratama. Juara's maybe going to have a look up the inside.
And it's on the number 6, and he's going to pull out of the slipstream. He's going to be Zadaki on the number 14, getting a great drive out 3. Here we go. Who's that? Pratama's going to go from P1 to P.
Through to 3rds now, is it? The number 2 of Turn he goes wide. Now Pratama hits the front. Now it's changed again. Deary me, look at this. What a lap so far. Group of 12 riders. This is frantic as ever in the Asia Talent Cup.
Wow, what a couple of corners that was here. So again, on the number 7, the number 2 just behind him, Takahiro on the number 9. He's about to go up the inside 3 here. It's Adaki across the line leading the way with the fastest lap of the race, but not for long. Takahiro then sets the fastest lap of the race. It's going to change lap.
On the race leader, Adaki. There goes the Indian spot now. It's Ozawa. We said he had to make up some ground after a disappointing first lap. That's exactly what he's done. Ozawa now up into 4th. Behind, yes.
Going to return the favour, Pratama, into turn 5. No.
Yesterday, he was leading the race, but not for long. Look at this, Pratama with a big lunge up the inside and through the middle of them. Feet off the foot pegs for Pratama, stick up the pieces and hit the front once again.
Despite that mistake at the final corner, Pratama did. Pratama was in his way. Pratama getting the better launch out of turn 1. They flick it through turn 2, which really decided. Daki late on the brakes. Pratama hanging it around the outside. Who's going to lead out of turn 3? I think number 9 looks across at Pratama, just says probably hello, good morning. I think they're all going to be awake, blowing back up to turn 4. This is a replay of what happened down into turn 12 and lap 3. Pratama up the inside, just runs it a little bit wide, gets it a little bit out of shape on the curbs, and when he's trying to get on the gas, Pratama's just, as we have Adaki from Pratama, Matani now back up into 3rd place, Azara up into corner by corner. They flick it through turn 10, nice and clean. Adaki good on the brakes down into turn 12. Pratama that to go.
What's the line? Adaki that leads once again. He's happy to be out front here as a Japanese rider and control. 5 riders were able to edge on them at this stage to try and contend with riders that haven't been up at all. When you're trying to wrap up a championship, you want at all.
He's got a 55, the Fast and Furious turn 4. Remember, those 2 are the top 2 in the champion. Just race they in the Asia Talent Cup and across the younger classes. Pratama keep calm. Adaki now up into.
With that mistake at the final corner, having had that just been
Angling the leg, hard on the anchors down into the final corner. This is when Pratama was starting to push. It was down to 4/10, so he lost to Adaki, overtook Partizan Kin Pratama. This is exactly what we mean. National circuit just lends itself between Adaki and Pratama, and just like that, Pratama's lead of half a second has vanished, and now it's Adaki into the outside.
That'll be a blow to Pratama. He must have felt he had the opportunity there to get away from him. I think we're going to see a change of tact now from Pratama. I'm sure he'll sit in for the rest of it. For his sake anyway, it's going to be a dogfight right to the end.
Yeah, unfortunately, in that little mistake, didn't he, down at turn 4, wouldn't have cost him too much time, maybe a tenth or two, but even so, even with clean air, use the slipstream, keep it nice and steady as Pratama runs in a little bit too hot down at turn 12. So just like that, across the go, probably not going to be able to pull clear, and just like that, Pratama's down behind Pratama. Partizan up in second place. Ogiwara trying to hang it around the outside of Pratama. Pratama keeps P3.
Well, you just have to ask the question, with that mistake at the final failed breakaway attempt, has Pratama just been into shape now?
The lead group of 5 yesterday, Ogiwara and Takahira have joined the number 16 and the number 9 riders. They weren't in this battle yesterday. As hungry as ever to try and stand on the podium. This is where overtaking moves can happen.
And then down into turn 3. As a result, he's done the exit of turn 3, which gives Pratama finger wagging for that Pratama, because he didn't leave Partizan much room whatsoever. A pretty big moment as well. The front end bobbled through turn 4, and as a result, the championship leader on the grass. You cannot do that. That is unacceptable. And then he massive crash. I think that's Matani that's high-sided out today.
Comes out of turn 7. And then, yeah, unfortunately, Azawa goes down with him, as you can
2 laps here. The final 9 going to be trying his level best here to stop Pratama from getting up.
Second over the line. They've got it down from 4/10 to 3 and 3. He's in the slipstream of Pratama. I'll be surprised if a move comes this week.
Fantastic stuff from Pratama. Sucked along behind Pratama. He's there. He sees Ghani and Azawa will be taken to the medical centre for now. It's been great work so far from Adaki, but is that great work about to be stopped?
To win this race, he's got down 2 yesterday in P5. Is a repeat coming? Who knows?
In the perfect drive. Expecting 3. Adaki's got the inside line. We saw how strong Pratama was on the brand under braking. Pratama.
He's now up to P3, was P5, half a lap ago, but the radars. Adaki pulls out of the slipstream of Pratama, the left-hand of the
once but twice. Pratama has let the brakes off, just rolled around the outside. Out for Adaki. Maybe he can dive through here. He comes up with something at the end. Big moment on the rear though, and now will allow Pratama way through. Somehow Adaki holds on.
It's all going to go down to turn 12. Pratama in second place, and the place Adaki takes the inside line. The outside, Pratama cuts the inside. Pratama's going to win. What a move on the final lap. Pratama, expertly done at turn 12, and the number 7 is winner for this 3 and takes a huge leap towards claiming the point. 74 now the lead heading to Malaysia. What a last lap, and what
victory for the 6th time.
At turn 9 with a good move. Watching that one, and then number 7.
A couple of weeks. All Veda Pratama needs now in the next 4 races is to finish 9th in all of them. He needs his chief championship. Yeah, I think we can safely say get those t-shirts printed.
Yeah,
brilliant performance from him. Kitsada Tanachot getting a point to his. It's going to take something remarkable to stop it being V for victory, V for Veda. The future is definitely bright for the talented Indonesian. I'm sure Europe, the European Talent Cup, and then the
Ayman Adaki. The 2023 does belong to Veda Pratama from Indonesia, rocking the sunglasses once. That is quickly becoming one of my favourite national anthems, a classic from Indonesia. And as we said, a star is born in Veda Pratama.
Tumbas pira. Tumbas pira.